Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ratman Horatio, and I'm going to be doing some Slayer gameplay today on Vermintide 2. Last night, during the extremely long, painful stream that involved lots of Fortunes of War, I got a taste for Slayer. And I've decided I want to do more Slayer. It was fun, and yeah. So, for Slayer, I'm going to go on Legendary difficulty. I'm going to be going through all the boss maps. And I'm going to see how that goes. I'm not joined by anyone today, at least not for now. I may be joined later. If I am joined for just about anything, I will assuredly let you know. Alright, let's get it started. Still no patches or anything like that for Vermintide 2. It's still running same Trials of Treachery patch, so I expect a little instability, which is normal. One moment, there's a much better. So how's everyone's day going today? Mine's a little rough. It's been raining all day, and my roof isn't in the best condition. It keeps most of the weather out. It does not keep all of the weather out. Despite my best efforts and the use of many tarps on that roof, water still seems to get through. It's fine, we put out the buckets, and eventually we'll go up there and hopefully get the roof replaced with a metal one, but for now, however, we have a very old roof that was put on in the 90s, and it's not doing too great. Enough about real life. I am going to quickly go through my characters and do some slayering. So Bounty Hunter last night didn't work out too well because I'm an idiot and didn't have the right build on, despite looking at my build and thinking, yeah, this will be fine. I was wrong. Actually, before that, I want to check Okri's challenges and take a look at Barden Gorikson. There is a skin for doing all the bosses with one of the DLC weapons. I, however, forget which DLC it is. Kill a Blightstormer, a Leech, in Burbleskew Hailscourge as Outcast Engineer. Interesting. I wouldn't be able to claim it anyways. Yes, it's the dual hammers. Okay, so dual hammers and axe, and go through all the bosses. I've taken the dual hammers on the Skittergate before, so that's something to know. Alright, so the build has been made for me this time around, so dual hammers. And throwing axes. Talents, 1,000 cuts still works. I will, however, be taking Hack and Slash because of the increased crit chance. I feel is more effective for the... is more effective for the throwing axes. I don't need impatience. I am tempted... I might take High Tally. The extra 10% increase in damage is very, very nice. No Escape is useful because of the movement speed. However, I'm tempted to take Crunch or perhaps Dowie Drop. Dowie Drop with the... I'm going to take Oblivious to Pain. It is a very brainless thing to take, and I'm fine with that. Let me see if I can show off why Dowie Drop is what it is, and why it's kind of meme tier with throwing axes. 63. 172. You get some extra damage while jumping and throwing. I swear it's good. I promise. I technically don't have to play Slayer for this to get the 2 challenges I'm going after while playing as Slayer. However, I'm an idiot and I'm doing it anyways. Back to staring at my build and trying to min-max number crunch. Yes, that's fine. Alright, I'm taking Dowie Drop because no escape is fun, but it's not what I need. Although the increased movement speed is very utility. No. Equipment. Oh, no. Don't get distracted, Ratio. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at my bots to see... Right, I'm gonna take a look at my bots, make sure all their talents are in place. Blade Barrier on your feet mates, Reichland Reaper, Smiter, the more the merrier, and Mercenary's Pride. Yep, this is all fine. I will say last night, playing as Mercenary Kruber on the Fortunes of War was, despite losing, it was very, very fun. In a very painful kind of way, if you understand what I'm saying. Let me check Watelgi. I never got the chance to play as the elf last night because, well, the associate was on her, quite a lot. Fine, Wraithwalk is fine. It's fine. This is useful for getting teammates up, so that can stay. Witch Hunter Captain will be our 4th. Hunter's Ardor for melee critical strikes. Death Knell for headshot damage bonus. Okay, I'm going to make a... I like this build. This is my favorite build for Witch Hunter Captain. It does not, in fact, work too well with Bot Saltspire, so I need to make some adjustments. Going to give him Walking Judgment. I'm also going to give him Flens because he will spam attacks out at enemies. Assassin can stay because he will occasionally just land headshots. Wild Fervor, which helps the entire team because Templar's Knowledge doesn't matter nearly as much. Charmed Life means more for bots than it does for me because, well, the increased dodge range helps me. And because bots don't prioritize how to use their career skills, the Unending Hunt is the clear winner whenever it comes to this, because I Shall Judge You All is nice. But there's a chance that he won't have it. And Fervency, I absolutely love, mixed with Hunter's Ardor and Death Knell, because it's just, hello, damage. The Unending Hunt, I think they fixed it so it no longer gives you 80% if you hit 20 enemies, which is a shame, but it makes sense. It is what it is. Alright, so I've got my hammers, I've got my throwing axe, and I've got a death wish. So, we'll go. We'll start with Hail Scourge. Glorious Bowser.
You know, it's like, woo, woo.
Nice to see you, Glorious Bowser. Thank you very much for the follow, and I'll be sure to check out your content. Alright, so Burbleskew Hail Scourge will zone me out very heavily.
Acquaintance Burblespew Hail Scourge has started to summon a plague mist large enough to cloak the whole town. Good for the Northlanders, bad for the rest of us. There's a guildsman's lift that'll get you close to where he's playing silly buggers. Change the weather foreshowing by ending that thieving lard gut by any means necessary.
Now, it's worth mentioning that since I'm just doing, I guess, Okri's challenges and the Slayer's journey, I'm not going to bother with Tomes and Grims, probably. At least not for Hail Scourge, because he is painful to fight when you're Slayer, because he just teleports around, and you're not going to have an easy time catching him.
Step lightly or suffer the consequences. It's always the way.
Righto, mates. We've a sodding sorcerer to off. Good deed of the day and a bit of fun, all in one.
Very good. 3 shielders, and there's some marauders down below.
Let me out! Hook rat! Blood here! He's mine!
There's a horde. I need to make sure I wait to progress because monsters spawn around this corner. Possibly.
Gods, I can't keep going.
Come here, black rat! He's up to no good. Well, caught me.
You can tell by the music that there's still a horde to get through. Horde's over. Gonna push forward.
Guildsman's lift. Guildsman's lift. Where is the cracking?
Really?
Oh, storm vermin, is it?
Unfortunate for me.
There's a scryer out close.
Nicely done, Dory. Can't do one bother us now.
Another kill. You see me, blind? That's how it's done.
Got these blackbird bastards
All
again.
right.
There's the lifting platform. At last, away down. Tell me,
No healing
Cooper,
yet, which is fine. I'm not exactly looking around the level for supplies.
platforms work?
Not me. A simple, bluff soldier, me. I keep to the things I know.
Well, I'm sure it's not a long list.
There's an ambush of storm vermin at the bottom of this elevator.
So many ways
Well,
to kill
lift.
a body, be they human, green skin, rat man, or elf. Bring me as bones another black fur. That storm vermin's mine. You think pain will stop me?
Salt spires aboard the pain train.
Here, Dory.
Fat shark pathing. There's supposed to be a horde. Where is the horde?
This is
Blame yourself, Salt Spire. Okay, are they stuck pathing somewhere? If I go forward, it might let them move. Yeah, there we go. Down below. Close the door.
You ready? Chaos
Just have to keep things clear and keep pushing forward. Except that's not true, because since there's a horde, I don't want to trigger the monster that can spawn up ahead.
Hey, don't waste that potion. Keep the strangler back and kill it. Smash that tie. Kill the strangler. To my side. You're next. Sneak rat. Run on that stick upon a son of Sigma and the Empire.
Elf got the assassin. Chaos Warrior didn't survive. I am in fact playing on Legend difficulty, so that's something I need to keep in mind. I've been playing on lower difficulties recently to help friends progress, and I say that after yesterday's horrific Fortunes of War stream.
We must define a route across the canal.
And I promise, I am actually trying to help them, and by giving them the hard time and forcing them to do things that are actually just incredibly difficult, they will become better players.
Oh, a fat
Really? Very compelling. That's one.
Put it as a mountain goat, me. Kill the fire rat, Ringbarati, while you still can. I see it's still a Snoomy over there. A Stormweaver.
Very compelling, Stormweaver. Blight Stormer. Now, there might be health. There is ammo, which is good for 2 of the party members.
Grunley's beard, a Chaos Warrior.
Alright, I have a single bomb, so there's a chance that in case I counter monster... Oh, technically I have 4 bombs.
Might be best to fill the slot in and start over.
I never thought to hear such sentiment from a dwarf.
Look around, Grimgy.
Healing potion, good, great, excellent. There's the horde, right on time.
Never! The Empire does not concede its territory.
Close up. Don't want to get separated.
The Empire does not concede its territory. Bretonia has entered the chat. Astalia has entered the chat. There's one of those stinky boys.
I do believe you're getting better at this war.
Well, take a few battles to get everything going where it should. And let's take off that keg of ale you downed last night, I shouldn't wonder.
Storm Vermin Patrol, I didn't even know they were there. This is convenient.
Fall in and don't drink the water, Dory.
Gas rat, watch for the throw!
It was worth an attempt. Hopefully they don't try to take a long shot at the... Okay, we're good. Had one of the AI tried to throw at the gas rat, there's a chance that they would have hit the Storm Vermin Patrol, aggroing it and causing me an amount of headache. Well, they got it. This is fine. Just dealt with a horde. We're good to continue. This is another place monsters can spawn, and it's something to be careful about. Yes, I'm aware I ignored that. There's a grimoire over there. Had I been going for tomes and grims, I would have taken this path. Even though I'm not, I'm still taking this path. It is the path of least resistance, as there are fewer enemies spawned here normally.
Yeah, that's a hook rat. It's a strangler. Don't let it grab you.
There is a Chaos Warrior. It is being stumpy.
It's a damn Kasaki doom, that's what it is.
Things have become difficult.
Where the bloody human rights Keep that up.
It's worth mentioning that if you were paying close attention, you saw that I didn't have any axes. But I grabbed an axe out of that Chaos Warrior's head and then promptly threw it directly back. Alright, I don't want to progress, because, you guessed it, there's once again a monster spawn just up ahead. Pushing forward with a horde at our front and at our back is not the best idea.
Look where you're shooting, fool! I am a mountain. Welcome to the Loud War, right here, right now.
Was a little close, when which hadn't been taken care of. Horde coming from behind, indeed. In Vermintide 2, hordes come in 3 waves. Either 2 from the front, 1 from the back, or 2 from the back, 1 from the front. Insert pink and stink jokes as you like.
Master's done for.
Ah, fit for the hunt once again.
Salt Spire's good now. We can proceed. There's ammo. Very good.
The was a chaos warrior. What fire?
Light leech!
That was spectacular, team. I can't believe they let me actually get life leashed and lose a little bit of health there. There's only temp health, but
Shield your eyes.
I ignored it because I was surrounded by teammates and I assumed they would, you know, hit the damn thing, but no. Vermintide 2 AI is Vermintide 2 AI. I need to remember to never rely on the bots for anything. Alright, there's a horde. Need to pull back.
Oh, unbearable smells come with the job nowadays. Every sodding time. Kill them quicker next time, would you?
Say it with me, there's a monster that can spawn up ahead, so we have to deal with the horde now. Although I'm surprised it hasn't procced yet.
Watch out! Hook rat! Kill that gas rat! Got that wall.
Classic double hook rat.
Gas rat's dead. Die, Packmaster. You will trouble us no more.
The horde didn't come from behind this time. I guess that was a mini horde. And the last grim of the level is right up there. You break that bubo. Please break the bubo. There we go. And then you climb the ladder and it's there.
Filthy muck. Keep clear if you can. Chaos warrior glory! Not bad for a fellow with one eye.
Sigma guide my strength, Master.
Wish he'd guide mine. Or better yet, send me a nice full slagger of ale. Top on top of 3 pieces. Ah, so it's got
It's like they don't act unless I'm looking at them. It's the weirdest thing.
full of a dwarf. You just hit me.
You deserved it, Saltspire. Change my mind.
Medical supplies. at
More
last.
healing to replace the healing Saltspire used already. Horde, I don't want to drop down because, you guessed it, there could be a monster.
Here they come. Look at that armored brute. What's glistening sand.
Brilliant's caught sight of the Chaos Warrior over there.
Club it here. Somewhere. A warfare thrower. I don't like 'em. Not one bit. Vile pigs.
Really?
Get clear. Get clear.
The AI has decided to break, and they are taking large amounts of damage by standing in poison gas from the Globadier. If you would like a frame of reference to a much more popular game, it's like if the AI in Left 4 Dead 2 decided to stand in Spitter Spit, for some reason.
Ammunition. Thank Valaya.
That sounds annoying to you, it is just as annoying
Keep your
here.
guard up. That's a chaos warrior. What's the matter, Kazaki? Can't get up.
That's the Chaos Warrior down. No Ravage Dart, which is a pity. I'm here to collect. Nope, that's T. I wanted to hit R.
Check your aim and your eye when you can.
Get in, Dory. Assassin in sight. Chaos warrior
First match of the day, I'm bound to be rusty. It's fine by me. He didn't die.
Just gets worse.
I don't think he did anyways. No, he did. Okay. Alright, there's no monster up here, so I don't have to worry, because the boss is... That is the boss arena.
I can continue.
Why did you go over? Alright, you can see that they froze for a second. That's because I accidentally stepped outside of their nav mesh, and they didn't know how to path to me. That happens far more frequently than you'd think.
What I have are 2 arms, and I want to keep them both. You don't keep things like it wasteful, yeah?
Strength up.
Potion here.
The potions of concentration are borderline useless on Slayer. The cooldown on my career skill is already so low that it does not matter. Going to go ahead and heal.
That's a good dummy, Dory.
Fun fact, if I die, the game ends, just like in good old Left 4 Dead 2. Old reliable. Nothing up here. There can be potions, of the buffing kind that spawn on that bookcase and in that area. I'm just expressing my frustration, don't worry about it. There's a hook rat.
Oh, if you think I'm gonna play nice with you and your blasted ritual, you're lost at sea, mate.
I forgot he can just go through solid objects. Pain in my ass that he is. You can see that this is not going particularly quickly. Fun fact about his bio clones. I'm gonna call them bio clones because it works. They will disappear shortly after they run into just about anything. Nope, don't want to use the bomb here. I'd really rather he did the tornado instead of that.
I'm in trouble here. Hold fast, One Eye.
I hate you so much, Burble Spew.
Pull me now.
You can see the AI is beginning to struggle. They're starting to show their seams.
Scunner Savage.
He's doing a tornado, which is not good for the AI. It's fine for me, though.
The weed calls me back.
Rise, Matilda. Get these guns out, yeah?
Chaos Warriors that need to be dealt with. Get Aurelian, get Kruber. Like I said, Purple Spew is not exactly hard counter, but very painful to fight as Slayer. Doubly slow on no DLC Slayer, because no DLC Slayer does not have a ranged option. So, vanilla Slayer is just get in there and smack him. It is very painful. Gonna heal Kruber real quick, because Kruber can give temp HP. I accidentally downed Salt Spire, which is unfortunate. You can also see I'm actually struggling to do damage with the hammers. They don't have the answer to the boss armor that I need. Also, to answer a question that hasn't been asked of why I'm standing under the boss when this happens, because he will throw out... Give me that potion speed. He has a ranged attack he will do frequently whenever he's up above, and I need to avoid that. There we go. He's taken care of. Good, great, excellent. I can grab the AI. You might notice that I switched to my melee to hold block while I do it. I know the game auto-blocks now. Whenever you're reviving or reviving teammates. But it's a good practice to have your melee out and be blocking manually, because that way, whenever you finish the animation, you'll still be blocking, and you won't just immediately take a hit. Drink that speed potion. And then leap to the finish. I like the dual hammers for crowd control, and they're not bad against individual elites, but whenever the elites start to stack up, or you're fighting things like monsters or bosses, they tend to struggle a bit because they just lack the outright damage of the dual axes. Or the normal Great Axe. Or a lot of things. There are the stats, yeah, whatever, no one cares about that. The Great Green Circling. Now, as I said, I'm going to be going through the boss missions, so one at a time. Into the Nest is next. Into the Nest is considered the easiest boss in the entire game, hands down bar none, while Hail Scourge is considered annoying. Into the Nest exists, so here we go. Into the Nest is a long way through some dwarven ruins that have been occupied by Skaven to the Skaven Warlord at the end. The Skaven Warlord is squishy. I'm just going to put it that way, he's squishy.
One eye on moving up a rung or two, and the other on his rivals. So, you're going to Karak Nor, where Clan Festerus set up base. Sneak in, kill the warlord, and enjoy the carnage as they fight for his crown. It always works. Hopefully, the chaos will interrupt the work on the Skittergate and give us more time.
If you look over on the right near the cliff face, you can see that there's the teleport pillar to finish the level over there. You can actually see the exit from the start, which is a fun thing to notice. You can't cheese your way over there early. You actually have to complete the objectives, I think.
Lona's plan is perfectly judged. It fits flawlessly with everything I know of the Rat Man.
Can we get moving then, before the Skaven die of old age?
Potion of concentration. Now, it's worth noting that I'm taking the potion of concentration so that whenever the AI or I encounter new potions, the AI will automatically pick them up, even if I don't see them.
What kind of shield rats, lumberbits?
Judgment finds you!
Ravage Dart. I have no teammates, so there's no reason to tag it, but it's there. Nope, off the cliff he goes.
A lucky shot, that's all.
There's a death barrier down there. I heard the clunk of his armor going limp, and for some reason I thought, is there a platform down there where Skaven can stand? I was mistaken.
Work fire.
There's the assassin.
I do believe you're getting better at this, dwarf.
Aye, well,
Now, this hallway up ahead almost always has a large number of storm vermin in it, so if for some reason you're getting away from your team, you may wish to wait here for a second. This time around, I've gotten lucky, and there are no storm vermin here, but that's not the usual.
I'm ready for you.
Fun fact, whenever an enemy is doing an animation, such as climbing up a ledge or something, that is considered a stagger state. Stagger is a status effect mechanic that causes enemies to take increased damage. You may question, do the monsters, the rat ogres, the storm fiends, the spawns of chaos, the bile trolls, all of them, do they also get stagger states? Yes, they do, but they will never show it.
Compensating with machinery.
And in addition to the question of do they get stagger states, do they get stagger states whenever they're climbing things? As far as I am aware, they do in fact get stagger states, but whenever a monster is climbing a ledge, they will knock back anyone nearby. In order to get the first tome of this level, you need to come over this way, deal with anything in between you and your objective, and it's actually on the bridge. Yep, there it is. Healing can spawn in the buckets and whatnot over here. You can see my AI picked the tome. Now, it's worth mentioning that if you allow the AI to auto-pick up the tome, they will drop it for the first thing of health they find. So, unless you order a bot to take a tome, they will drop it at the earliest convenience for them. They will only take tomes if they don't have anything in their inventory. Grims, on the other hand, they will pick up Grims and they will only drop the Grimoire if you tell them to. Well, they will only pick up Grims if you tell them to, and they will only drop Grims if you tell them to. Well, that and if they die. There's another hook rat. The reload of my throwing axe took longer than usual, and I thought I swapped to my hammers. I did not, in fact, so I just friendly fired the heck out of my bots, which is a shame. Yeah, first Grimoire, hop onto that, and then up that path. Not going to show it off, because I'm not even going to take it. I will, however, show off the second Grim of the level, and the second tome, because those are actually an interesting thing to get. That's a Storm Vermin Patrol. Yep. So Storm Vermin Patrol spawned. I didn't hear them chanting, I just heard them shout. You can see that there are a lot of Storm Vermin now. We might lose Saltspire. Actually, wouldn't be an issue if Kruber shouted. Because Kruber has On Your Feet mates, and that would allow him to revive teammates at a distance. It's why I take it. It's not often that Kruber will use on his career skill when a teammate is down. But when he does, he does. Okay, if you've been listening, you can hear a gas rat. You can also hear a hook rat. And Kruber just called out a Rattling Gunner, so let me go ahead and toss that too. I can hear it coming. Ah. My reaction times aren't that great. I heard it coming. I thought I had an extra second. I did not, in fact, have some extra time. Rattling Gunner.
This is the path, Dory.
Gonna grab the tome. Now, the tome, you might think, why am I taking it if I don't intend on actually taking it to the end of the level? And the answer is so that bots will, the AI, will pick up... What are they doing?
Rise, Matilda. Give me
I have some questions and some concerns about the AI pathing and why they didn't just drop down, but what do I know? I'll be coming back this way, so... There's an ammo box down there, always. So if you're running out of ammo before this crescendo event, you can go down there and grab
Potion here. I can't vouch for the taste.
Potion of Speed.
Those big, unsightly wheels. Wouldn't it help if they were properly aligned?
Line the wheels, this spawns in a horde. There's a hook rat up above.
Quite a hook.
The assassin's across the way. He'll be making his way closer.
Hook rat's dead. That's done it, Dory.
None of the AI grab the potion of speed. I have to guide them over to it. There we go. One of them's touched it now.
Oi, assassin, show yourself.
Think you can match
Assassin's gonna be coming up through there.
Ha, the arrogance.
I can hear him up on the left. There he is.
Assassin longs to feel my hands. Fire right. Grimness, punchin, effing gas rat. Ammunition. Thank Valaya.
Now you'll notice that these used to be flush against the wall here. By aligning the water wheel, it has opened up this area.
Nicely done, Dory. I've done one for the rest.
And the second grim of the level. It's right there. I'm not going to touch it.
I hear Skaven machinery.
That's a Rattling Gunner. Skaven machinery is Rattling Gunner. This door automatically opens through magic. And the power of the Dawi, the dwarves.
Must have fought alongside Sigma. My ancestors fought alongside everyone, Grimgate, and with each other.
That's the Rattling Gunner. Taken care of. There's a horde. Second tome of the level. There's nothing down that way. There's almost never anything down that way. So I'm not going to bother with a horde bearing down on me. Gonna push my way across because I know I'm safe from monsters in this area. Now, it's worth mentioning that this works because I'm playing on Legendary difficulty. If I was playing on Cataclysm, the hordes would have extra elites mixed into them. And doing this would make it so that it would be incredibly difficult for me and my teammates to dodge. Physically impossible for the AI. And the AI would take big hits and just die. I was gonna say the assassin. He was very quiet, but I heard him spawn in, and they almost always spawn in up there.
Look, one of them black rats.
There goes the storm vermin. Oi. Nothing in there. There was a faint green glow coming from that crate, so I was hoping for a health potion. I was mistaken. That is magical to see. Fascinating to witness. I will say that I have noticed since the Trail of Treachery update, the amount of shielded storm vermin I've been running into has increased dramatically. They used to be more rare. There's an assassin coming from behind us. Now, I will be honest, I am going to bait out the horde. That's going to happen very soon. I want to fight it here and up here, not down there, because a monster can spawn down there. What a shock. I also hear the specials behind us, and dealing with a horde and specials sucks. Dealing with specials and a monster sucks, and dealing with a horde and monsters sucks. So we're going to avoid what is unpleasant and go for what is fun.
Assassin in sight.
What you're hearing is pathing. Pathing.avi. There we go. That's the horde I've been looking for. I can hear another hook rat.
Hold fast. They may be repulsive, but they die easily.
If you
enough.
heard a very scratchy scream, that was the warp fire thrower. Yeah, so you can hear burn. There we go. That's the warp fire thrower taken care of. Make sure I have full axes. And as you can see, the wave that was coming from this way got stemmed. Detonating a warp fire thrower by targeting the tank on its back will cause it to detonate, leaving a pool of warp fire that does friendly fire damage. So, half of the horde that was coming from the front has been cleared out by a warp fire thrower. It's worth mentioning that warp fire throwers and rattling gunners can be used to your advantage to deal with sections of hordes. If you can bait out the warp fire thrower to shoot at you while there are enemies near it, it will do friendly fire damage to those enemies. A similar thing happens with the poison wind globadiers, the gas rats. The gas clouds they throw down do not discriminate. They will hurt both you and their allies. There's poison wind. Alright, you can see health down there. I'm actually going to go pick it up. Is that a waste of a career skill? Potentially. Do I care? Not horrifically. I'm going to continue to hold on to this tome because there was no health for me to pick up. There's a rattling gunner back there. Not rattling gunner, assassin. Glovedier's been taken care of by Saltspire. A lot of storm vermin. Now, there's a horde. You'll notice that my bots aren't just healing when they're low on health. They wait till they go down first. That is an effect of the bot improvement mod that's on the Steam Workshop. You can download it yourself, and you can change some settings for your bots to make them a bit more effective. There's the rattling gunner. Now, in theory, they have everything they need to deal with storm vermin and whatnot. In practice, they struggle. Even the vanilla AI struggles heavily. By the by, tome. Oh yeah, Kruber went down, so... No monster spawn, which is interesting.
Rocky Blackfur. Rocky with shields, huh? Rocky Blackfur ahead.
Floating throwing axe. Nothing to worry about. Another black rat. Now, you might notice that whenever I land a charged headshot, it will instantly kill the storm vermin, signified by their head exploding and the orange crosshair appearing over my aiming reticle. But if I just land a charge attack, it doesn't necessarily kill them. Nice, got him. So a thing you're going to have to do whenever you're playing Vermintide 2, if you ever get interested in Vermintide 2, is learning to aim your swings. Every single weapon has a unique swing pattern to it. Even across greatswords, which have similar swing patterns, are slightly different. At least, they appear to be, because each character also has different heights. Landing headshots as Barden is actually harder than landing headshots as, say, Kruber. Kruber being, I think, the tallest character, and Barden being the shortest character. Barden sometimes really has to reach up there to try and get headshots. Monsters can, in fact, spawn in this area. I think I'm... Taken care of. There should be a horde very, very soon. There's an assassin. There's a second assassin. Saw him over there. It's worth mentioning that you can shove specials like, actually, no. There's only a single special you can shove off of your teammates, and that is the assassin. Some weapons don't have the stagger capability to actually knock the assassin off, so it is more efficient to always just shove the assassin with your weapon. You shove by holding block, and then just tapping light attack. You can see that the bots are falling apart. They have entered the struggle zone. Corellian, after having some space acquired, decided it was a good time to heal. And that is factually correct. That was the best time to heal. She was safe from danger, she was on death's door, and she needed it. There's an assassin around that corner that hasn't been taken care of. Specials are coming from all over.
Give the gunners a moving target.
You'll notice that in the middle of the horde, I'll frequently back off, letting the bots either take point or just getting myself some breathing room and then dodging backwards in order to deal with specials myself. Specials are a larger threat than the horde 9 out of 10 times. As we've just dealt with the horde and there's been a wave of special spawns, I feel confident in moving forward. Tome has been discarded in exchange for healing supplies. Nope, good. Alright, push forward. Ravage Dart can spawn in the area a bit. I'm not terribly concerned about it at the moment. Storm Fiend, you can tell because there is a laughter to it. There's the Storm Fiend. Medical supplies. One of the bots will grab that. When you're close to a Storm Fiend, they will swing at you. Sometimes. They won't always swing, but they will frequently swing.
Return me to the soil.
The controller on the back is a weak point, and it takes much damage. There is a hook rat. There are 2 flamethrower rats. There's an assassin. There's a globadier way off in the distance. Accidentally hit my teammate there, which is bad. I suppose I should talk about the prioritization of whenever you're dealing with enemies. clan rats, Skaven slaves, the emaciated Chaos Warriors, and, well, yeah, the emaciated forces of Chaos, and the normal-looking dudes from Chaos are the lowest priority. You can probably ignore them for a couple seconds to deal with things like elites. Elites are high priority, with one exception. Elites consist of Storm Vermin, Chaos Warriors, Maulers, Berserkers, and Plague Priests.
Someone grab those bandages.
All of those things are incredibly dangerous and will ruin your day very, very quickly. But Chaos Warriors in particular are considered unique in the fact that they have a lot of health, can down an entire team in a couple swings, and are really not to be underestimated. Storm Vermin, however, are easier to deal with. I won't be talking about Beastmen because I hate Beastmen so much that I've contemplated disabling the Winds of Magic DLC several times, and I like to pretend they don't exist. I've been informed that some tea has been put on. Health can spawn up here. None did this time. As I was saying, Chaos Warriors are unique as well because they are the only vanilla enemy that commonly spawns. Do you mind, Barden? Ravage Dart. Chaos Warriors are the only common elite that are not considered man-sized. What is man-sized? Man-sized are things that can be instantly slain. Corellian, whenever she's a shade, can instantly slay man-sized targets with crit backstab. Saltspire, as Witch Hunter Captain, can instantly slay man-sized targets with a headshot. That's crit. And there are a few other things that pertain to man-sized targets. There's ammo. Another piece of Ravage Dart.
Don't let me die with my boots on.
You've looked better, Cougar.
As I was saying, I got distracted talking about man-sized enemies, what it means, and the classification. And I kind of forgot what the point of me going on that tirade was. It was enemy prioritization during hordes and whatnot. Specials are things you want to kill even faster than elites. Like, if there's a horde, there are elites mixed in, you want to get as much space as you can and deal with the special as soon as humanly possible. If you're working with an actual pre-made and actually have a team comp and have teammates you can talk to and designate roles to, it might be in your best interest to have someone just designated to special clearing. The other 3 people can try and make sure that they have breathing room so that in a pinch, if there's a special, they have the breathing room they desperately need in order to take out specials. If you were around for yesterday's stream, which was a very long stream, mind you. Very unusual for me. Right, for yesterday's stream, I was essentially being the designated special person. Everyone can take care of specials, but it is a matter of peace of mind for a lot of people that someone is able to competently take care of the specials as they spawn in.
Come, finish me if you dare.
Elf, you've looked better. A lot better.
I remember there was a time whenever, way back in the day, when Barden had a increased leap talent. Why aren't you... Alright, he's supposed to come up here. There we go. He's supposed to get on that platform. He didn't for some reason. You can hear the bellows of a gas rat.
That's the
Very, very minor.
warlord's nest, I reckon. Hook rat prowling, don't get caught. Strangler's dead. That's the way it's done.
Gas rat will be right there. Yes, there he is.
What's on this blow?
I've never had a monster spawn up here, so I'm statistically safe. Not practically, just statistically. There's also tends to be a large amount of health here because this is just before the boss. You know, it'd be funny if I managed to die to this boss while getting Hail Scourge first try. Just clear out the pinkies. There is a warp fire thrower, there's an assassin, there is a hook rat. Gas rat behind. Being gas rat. Assassin was there.
Yeah, we're telging. Don't be hoarding.
Gonna heal the bots. Why am I healing the bots and not hoarding the healing for myself? Because I need them. They take hits that would normally come to me. They can revive me if I go down. And they can also take care of specials. Though they are kind of bad at it. Those are plague rats.
If you cannot use those responsibly, I'll take them off you.
Heal Salt Spire real quick. There we go.
Let the pain be your teacher.
And now I have the choice. I can take my singular tome, or I can drop down. Hold on. So, I'm going to order Salt Spire to pick up that potion because he's stuck with a, No, he's still just... Alright. Alrighty then. Right, so grab ammo. You'll note that Corellian has 1 out of 3 shots because she has an unlimited ammo weapon, the Briar Javelins, which she just needs to recharge. She will only ever recharge 1 of them, because that's when she registers needing to reload. Do not ask me why. Yes, yes. Remember how I said he was really squishy? Very, very easy. Chest next to his throne. It sometimes has a loot die. Sometimes.
We can take the moving platform out of here.
It has been a day. But yes, Skerrick Spine Mangler is very, very squishy. He jumps down into the arena and can be easily surrounded and beat to death within the first few seconds of him spawning. If you have something like a Bounty Hunter or a Slayer that actually has good weapons, he can be burst down very, very quickly. Shades can also get some easy backstabs on him, doing large amounts of damage. And he's really just a non-threat. You might have noticed that it took longer to kill the Storm Fiend that spawned partway through the level than it did to kill the boss. And that's pretty normal for Skerrick, I'll be honest. Teleport to my Homer. How you doing today? It's been raining all day where I am, and it's made me a little bummed out. That's normal, however. Vermintide is indeed good for that. I'm currently in the process of going through all the boss maps. Going through all of the boss maps as Slayer Barden with the 2 DLC weapons he gets, the dual hammers and the throwing axes. Doing this will provide me a new skin for each of the weapons, and it's also just a fun thing to do. Yesterday I had a very, very long stream with some friends of mine, and I played some Slayer, and I had a rekindled love of Slayer. He is very fun. And you play Zealot. I technically play all the characters. I've played with every character, and I know how to effectively use every character, but there's a bit of a learning period whenever I'm swapping between wildly different characters like Slayer and Huntsman. Or Slayer and Outcast Engineer. Boy howdy, Outcast Engineer, you make me sad. Alright, we jump off the back of Talhorn's Keep because it teleports us right in front of the Bridge of Shadows. You like crazy people. I bet you do. I mean, you're here after all.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Alright, let me take a quick look at Akri's challenges. Go to Heroes, go to Barden. You need to scroll basically all the way to the bottom because there's a whole bunch of quests that I've completed but are still locked. This is the last mission I need to get the red skin for the dual hammers. I'll need to do War Camp and then Skittergate as Slayer for the throwing axes. War Camp is what I'm doing right now. That is where we fight Bodvar Ribspreader and his chaosy lot. There's also an achievement, or there's a challenge for getting Bodvar to charge through Chaos Warriors, which I will not be doing.
His dreams of power, the Rot-Blood champion is more than eager to socialize. He's sending out scores of scouting parties just for us, and his sorcerers plead to their foul god to reveal our location. These efforts have left his camp a tad bit empty, so I suggest we grab the opportunity to pay him a visit before he and his army shows up at our door.
Also, to the person who joined the Discord, Selena Guy, or... Yeah, I'm gonna go with Selena Guy on that one. Selena Guy? Whatever. Welcome to the Discord. I'll set your Discord role to Citizen soon. I guess I'll take this opportunity to plug. There's a Discord in the About section if you're on mobile, or down below if you're watching on PC. There's a Twitter where I tweet occasionally. And yes, there's also a YouTube where you can watch all these VODs for free. Although, I will ask that you be patient and give a day, perhaps 2, for VODs to render, because sometimes YouTube rendering is a bit slow. Let's see, Bodvar Ribspreader. How tough is he? He's tougher than Skarsnik Spine Mangler because he actually has armor. Teleport. He's also a lot faster than Skarsnik. Nothing. There's a bomb. Good to see. Gonna grab this tome. I hear those berserkers. Have an explosive barrel. I view this as an absolute win. There's a Blightstormer chanting off in the distance. But yes, Yes.
We stay together even if the path divides.
Healing potions. There's a horde. I shouldn't have dropped down here, because monsters can spawn here, but... Well, I've made this bed. Time to lie in it.
Hey! Healing! Fight your heathen soul!
There's a Blightstormer teleporting around thereabouts. Got him. Jeez, that was close. Blightstormers getting a tornado down in the middle of your party is always rough.
A pack of plague monks comes for the Mayflies.
There are the Plague Monks.
Kill him quicker next time, will ya? Get it off me! Get it off me! No, not bad!
Fare thee well, fire rat.
Could be an army hidden in the mist.
Still no damage taken, that's a plus.
Look, one of them black rats. Fancy a healing draft?
Did you just heal yourself? For that?
It was for the good of us all.
Saltspire.
Vermin, the worst of their kind.
Got these black fur bastards again.
Oh. I broke the fundamental rule of dealing with the Berserker-type enemies, which consist of Plague Rats and Berserkers, and that was... I stopped blocking. When dealing with them, you want to wait for them to exhaust their entire combo. It used to be a lot worse back in the day, as the Berserker-type enemies would ice skate around to close the distance to you. It doesn't matter how far you got, they would close that distance. You wait for the Berserker to exhaust their combo. They have a 3 to 5 hit combo string, and then they finish it off with a big hit. While they're doing that big hit, they stop moving and are easy targets. But you want to dodge to the side or away from them so that you don't take the big hit.
Come here, black rat! Black rat! Kill that scrub!
Another kill. See me blight. That's how it's done.
I missed, I'm sad. This horde should be finishing up very, very soon. Globadier. I don't know where the Globadier is, but I know it's around. I hear it on the other side of this wall. Right there.
Gas! That gas! That's like gas!
Alas, the Globadier's dead.
I think I said this yesterday, but I'll say it again. I'll say it as many times as needs to be said. When dealing with Globadiers, you only have to hit them once. Most of the time. Hitting a Globadier will cause it to berserk, and it will then commit suicide at you. By the way, first Grim of the level, you need to make that jump, make it across, and then down below. Storm Vermin can spawn down here. There is the Grimoire and all of its ratty goodness. Storm Vermins and other things can spawn there. I've made a fundamental mistake and pulled the Storm Fiend, or the AI did, whenever they were trying to get down to where I am. Salt Spire's down. Good, great, excellent.
I'll leave this one to you, Dory. Stop us. You're welcome to bloody try.
Aiming for the controller on the back of the Storm Fiend is a good way to do a bunch of extra damage to it. You'll see that I'm mostly trying to either stay in front of it where its head is, or get behind it. Breaking line of sight with it will cause it to try and reposition so it can get line of sight on you.
Come on, you devils. I'm ready for ya.
Storm Fiends are very friendly fire heavy. They do hurt teammates whenever they spray fire.
Weapons up. Fight like it's payday.
Dealing with a horde and a monster, never a good thing. Could be much, much worse, however. When Storm Fiends get to around 30% health, sometimes just under half, it really depends, they will begin to charge around. You saw that. They will roar, they will loose their mighty bellow, and then they will charge. The charges, being part of Fat Shark's coding, can do some weird things. Sometimes they only charge about an inch. Like that one didn't. It actually went to charge at, I think, Kruber, who was on the other side of the monster, smacking it in the face. And, it must have hit the ledge or something, and it instantly stopped its own charge. In open areas, it can go quite far, and it will close in. I joke about being the proto-Minotaur charge, but the Minotaur charge is much, much worse. Well, I'd storm it.
The softener.
More ammunition here.
I don't use ammo, but Kruber and Saltspire do. You can see that they're rapidly trading a potion back and forth because they both technically need it according to the vanilla AI of Vermintide 2. Picking up bombs, Ravage Dart, love to see it. No, I've walked into a bunch of storm vermin. I deserve this.
Another blackbird. These vermin never learn.
Alright, I can see some health potions in here.
Go.
There are
I'm
two
right
of them.
behind you.
There's a tome right there.
You should ask Warner for one of your own.
Do you want rid of me, Master Dwarf?
Foul artifice is this? Green fire? Bag on
Oh yeah, I'm not making it. Yeah, Hail Mary throw doesn't make it. Sad boys, the sack rat gets away. It's worth mentioning that whenever you see sack rats, don't blindly chase after them. It's a good way to die.
Eyes open, lively.
Can you not sense it? Like dung food under
I think we got a double spawn of life leeches as well as a blight stormer.
storm vermin.
Yep, double spawn.
I can't see.
I will say that in the code for Vermintide 2, there's a thing called coordinated attack.
Some ammunition.
That double spawns elites. I'm firmly under the impression that that code wasn't properly implemented. Because what happened there was that coordinated attack procced. There were two life leeches, but both played their distinct spawning sound. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes you'll only get the spawn sound for one of them, and you'll think there's only one. And that can get you killed. Whenever you hear a special spawn, assume there's going to be two of them. It doesn't matter if 8 things just spawned, assume there's more of them. Nope. Distinctly, one got a runner sound. But will there be one or will there be two?
So that's it.
There's a gas rat that didn't actually play a spawn sound or anything, at least not that I noticed.
Potion, don't waste it. Run, Wattox! It's going to explode!
There was a second gas rat. Good to know. There it is.
Ammunition, fill your pouches.
Another like that.
You may note that gas rats don't necessarily actually need to do their animation for exploding. Sometimes they'll just blow up. There's some pinkies, and I know that's the end of the horde, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on. They'll be trailing behind us, but a small number of pinkies isn't much of a threat. I took an overhead swing from that storm vermin that was hiding behind the other storm vermin because I lost sight of him, and I didn't assume the worst. Final tome of the level is right over here. It's on there. Yep. We ignore it because we aren't going for tomes and grims this time around. This isn't a loot run, it's a challenge run. Quite literally an Ockery's challenge run. Figure that one out. Right, when dealing with hook rats, remember, dodge left or right. Never dodge back away from it. You will never make it far enough away that they won't actually hook you. If you want to be extra safe while dodging left or right, maintain eye contact with the hook rat in order to ensure you curve your dodge and get very far out of the way of its hook range, because their hook comes out in a cone. That cone goes a lot farther than you'd think. I am dying. I'm taking unnecessary hits and stupid damage.
Tend your wounds, dwarf.
No.
Listen, Dory.
It's worth mentioning that a monster can spawn up here.
Watch out! Hook rat! Come, wretches. I have scores to settle.
I want to get my axe back in case we hear an assassin spawn.
That's a chaos warrior.
I keep friendly firing because the AI does not respect the line of fire. They never have, and they never will. Get some axes back. Good enough. The horde's over. There are no Chaos Warriors. The final Grim is in that area. You might have seen that I looked at a candle earlier. There are 3 such candles in this area you need to find. Light them, and the Grimoire will be revealed.
Healing tools if you're feeling weak, Trengarazi.
I'm going to go ahead and heal myself real quick. There's a hook rat. There he is. There's also an assassin. There he is.
Don't let me die with my boots on. You shall not die, Kruber.
Come on, assassin.
See, an assassin longs to feel my axe.
If you have good latency or just very, very confident and have good latency, you can actually knock assassins out of the air whenever they jump at you. Depending on the weapon you have, they have different shove ranges. And you can just outright shove them out of the air. It's really funny in a horrific kind of way. Ravage Dart. Alright, here comes the battering ram. We're actually very close to the final run. There is a horde. There's ammo. I want to get my 3rd axe back. Specifically for that.
That light stormer is the source of this.
Got him with my final axe. Note. Just took big hits because... Oh, I am dumb. It is, however, fine. I'm gonna call back my axes.
A gas rat. Ammunition. Thank Valaya.
We're good. We're going to ignore those maulers on the left because we don't need to deal with them. We do not, in fact, need to engage. More Ravage Dart. We need to push this battering ram all the way up to the gate that's just out of render distance.
Flight stormer somewhere close.
Salt spire?
Never pass! Strike for Sigma!
Ah, I'm fading.
My depth perception is not very good. I'm sure that's very apparent now. He didn't die? That is surprising.
Merciless do me. This is about to get messy. Teach more.
I made the cardinal mistake of assuming my allies had my back. I need to relearn what I'm doing. That should get him. Yep. I went up there because bombs and ammos can spawn up there, and that's important enough. There's a hook rat. I can hear it.
That's quite a hook. Hook rat's dead.
Why are you not dead?
Cannot live without its master.
Alright, I've made a fundamental mistake. I thought I got it with one. I did not. AI, however, handled it. It is a rarity for them to effectively deal with specials all the time. It's not super common. On Legend, on Champion, and on Veteran, they handle it much, much better.
Assassin, give the water a ticket.
You'll note that the enemies are getting knocked away. You might have noticed that there was an assassin who took a weird stumble earlier. That's because he leapt into the moving battering ram.
That's a leech of notes. Through my armor. I'm losing my Sigma and the hammer.
I guess another word of advice is never assume you have enough penetration to get to that target that's behind what's currently between you and it. Come on, keep moving.
Calls me back.
Oh, looks like our help is eternal as we thought. I feel the dark thrust leap up for me. Rest up, Grimgy. Regather your strength.
Alright, it's finally in place. I'm gonna try and perform the thing. You can actually catch the battering ram before it hits the door. You want to give it a second. Wait for the audio cue of it hitting the door.
Medical supply.
There's healing. The AI will probably heal themselves. Yep.
Chaos warrior here. I'll do as I wish, Lord.
Aye, and maybe I'll leave you on the dirt next time you fall.
Lucky bounce.
Oddly quiet. I will say, I think Corellian took a big hit from that Chaos War. You'll notice she's down to 9 health, and I swear she healed. I know she picked up health, but I don't know if that meant she healed. Alright, I am going to open this chest up because I'm curious. Absolutely nothing. My goodness. It's also worth mentioning, if you're dealing with shielded enemies, and you don't have max power and you're struggling to get through their guard, using a shove attack and then just attacking after that is a fantastic way to break their guard. It will overwhelm them very fast. I don't have to do that because the dual hammers are, well, they're like that. slowly work my way through. Ravage Dart can spawn over there. None did this time. I don't think any did this time. The AI is still aboard the struggle bus.
More ammunition here.
They are struggling.
Given how they're cheering,
Plenty of healing. Actually gonna heal myself for this.
So rugged today, Bardies. What was that, Azumki? You're wasting healing supplies like the elves turn against us.
Alright.
Bit too much.
Yes.
Healing draft. This is a miserable swamp and
Actually-
no mistake.
You call
Oh,
this a
that'll do it then, won't it?
You should see the Mars of Modron back in Athel Lauren.
Deep, are they?
Not so much deep as hungry.
I kind of wish Krellian hadn't healed herself there, but she did. She ticked down, I guess. Who do I need to worry about?
Fire's not falling.
Yeah, I need to heal Saltspire. Saltspire has a bit of a more need for it. I'm still carrying this tome for reasons I don't understand, but tome it is. Bodvar Rib Spreader is going to be Bodvar Rib Spreader, as he's one to do.
Hack me down if you can.
He's invulnerable until he drops down.
Weakling Southlanders.
Weakling Southlanders.
Could be a word of death. Look out! That axe got a mind of its own, it seems.
Do you bow down to Southlanders, brothers? Show them how rough bloods.
More heathen scum to annihilate. I approve. The past will
Stealers
not
of
complete
slaves,
without it.
tortures of loot, to violence, suffer for it all.
We did it all. Think more about that today.
Oh,
There he goes.
why can he follow up with that charge so quickly? I have to itch my nose, I apologize.
I have failed you. Mind your wounds, sir. Right worth must dead.
My nose is still very itchy. We lost the elf. Elf didn't heal. Elf just embraced death. Give me that.
Hold a moment while I drink. Here.
Have a bomb.
We'll get them all out. Right.
Have another. That bomb wasn't meant for Bodvar. There we go. Didn't even use my strength pot. I forgot, double drinking a potion does not double the effect. It just refreshes duration. Something I'll need to keep in mind. Also, yes, you can headshot with bombs. I received a message in Discord. Who the heck from? Also, why is my phone not telling me whenever I'm probably... It is my friend and associate, who you can see in the Discord, Luke. He has some very interesting Discord. What's the term? Increase challenges. Yeah, that'll be the hammers done. Also, if you're on summary, you can just click on the section you need to go to. There we go. Ta-da! Grungni's Vengeance. Fun fact, since I'm free of the hammers, I don't actually need to take them this time. Oh yes, it's finally been done. Surfaces are still a little scratched up, but that's okay. Excellent. Now, I'm actually going to swap off the dual hammers for the dual axes because, look, I like the damage. They don't deal with hordes nearly as well, but, well... being able to just left-click a, you know, light attack a Chaos Warrior to death, it's a very fun thing. I will be taking the increased attack speed, because the increased attack speed means a lot more for the dual axes than it does for the, thing with stuff. The dual hammers. Dual hammers don't really need the attack speed. But the axes, the dual axes, oh yes. Indeed they do. Indeed they do. Hence why this has Swift Slaying on it, and I re-rolled it until I got maximum crit chance. I will be the speed that I need. It is worth mentioning that whenever it comes to the quests, I only need to do Skittergate, I think, as... all that's left is, well, the last boss. Yes, I need to complete Skittergate. And I'm going to do Slayer proud and be Slayer for it. Now, it's worth mentioning that Skittergate is actually painful due to Death Rattler existing and being able to just shoot me from across the map and me having to always close the distance. I say as I switch to the throwing axe. Hands. Look at those grubby fingers. So hopefully, well, dealing with Death Rattler and, Rasknit teleports, and that is painful. That is incredibly annoying.
I know you won't like the sound of this, but to truly destroy it, you are gonna have to use the bloody thing and get your asses to Norska. Once there, we have a plan, thanks to Alicia's magical espionage. So calm down and listen good.
It's worth mentioning that one of the things that makes Skittergate difficult is that both of the grimoires are very, very early in the level.
I am truly speechless. This planet.
Speed potions, sign me up.
Quiet.
I'm going to be going very, very fast.
I too wish we had a plan that wasn't based on insanity. But as always, you make do with what you got.
There can be some potions and bombs and whatnot early on. Also, nothing spawned up here, which is a little unusual. Normally there's some storm vermin or some maulers. First tome of the level. Sorry, I was thinking about using my career skill to just leap off of the cliff to my death. That's a thing you can do. There's no real reason to do it other than, I guess, griefing your teammates. I don't recommend it, but,
A broken town. Perhaps it will rebuild, aye, but it will never be the same again.
you can see that that's actually the cliff face we went on when going after, what's his name? Fat Man. Hail Scourge.
That black rat's mine.
Drop down.
Gotta get for you.
Krelline called out a bomb. Yes, there is indeed a bomb. Now, can someone shoot him? There's a second one. Alright, well, there's a grimoire over there, and there are many ways to get it. You can leap over as Barden, you can teleport over as Sienna, or you can just jump from below and grab it. Yeah, you can just reach it from below.
Couldn't hit the side of a mountain.
I'm going to take the horde here because a monster can spawn up ahead. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I live in fear of monsters. It's almost like I'm a child again. Except instead of the one being under my bed, it's, well, the one coming to eat my liver. How did you get down there, Kruger? I'm sure Kruger will be fine. And there is an assassin. It's coming from behind. I can hear it. It's chittering. There he is. Always be tentative of your teammates. There's a Rattling Gunner. There are a couple specials, but we can deal with them. Alright. Bombs, potion. Alright. Yeah, I grabbed the materials. Ravage Dart can spawn in that chest.
Leave the black rat to me.
Nothing, nothing, nothing. Yet more nothing.
Another of these black furs come to challenge me.
And there is a hook rat.
That rat's got a reach, all right. That's the skittergate, all right. Got a good look at it from the cage.
Monsters aren't going to spawn.
Come on, you devils, I'm ready for ya.
There's the Grimoire. You have to hit that rope in order to drop the Grimoire down into a grabbable position.
Hook rat.
Oh, Ravage Dart. I'm just gonna yoink. Excellent.
Move it here.
Can't see anything. Get out of his path, Dory. A foul wrestling. By the hammer, the gunlet is dead.
Very good. Let me get my axes back.
Healing tools if you're feeling weak, Trengarazi.
A black rat approaches.
Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think a monster can spawn up ahead. It's been a hot minute since I've had one spawn there, if I've ever had one spawn there. I might getting it mixed up with the times I've done 200% Twitch integration on this map.
Look for a lever. Probably rusted through, knowing the lackey.
There's,
Kill that scruff.
we'll take the key staff.
Fire thrower.
There's a lot of storm vermin down there. Why is the warp fire thrower not coming up here? Is it stuck behind that gate?
Knocked it at lumber boots.
Raki Kazaki
Helgi, why did I ever leave them out?
As I've said, dealing with Storm Vermin as Dual Axe Slayer is very, very easy. You can just spam left click at them until they die. Warp Fire Thrower is stuck on the other side of that gate, so... Whenever you enter the Skitter Gate, immediately turn around. There can be a sack rat. There isn't this time, but... when you turn around, don't be holding W. Don't move, just... Yeah.
Sack rats, clobbered. Hold a moment while I drink. The liar's dainty ears, I hear a chaos warrior.
Fun fact, you can deal with Chaos Warriors much the same way you deal with Storm Vermin. Kite their attacks and walk in a circle around them while left-clicking, because you have Armor Piercing. Armor is but a suggestion to a Slayer with dual axes. Now feel free to ask me, are dual axes best in slot? No. I just like them. Saltspire healed 2 seconds ago. Picked up more healing. Has to heal again. Saltspire bot, you're really letting me down here, bud.
That's what's heading through the gate. If we fail, Dory, let's not fight him head on, eh?
Don't ask me why I threw that barrel over into the main camp. I just do that sometimes. There's no real reason. Back in the day, you used to be able to hop funny with Slayer and get over there way, way early.
Let it go find it, eh, Dory?
Nothing. Health spawns directly down here.
That's your healing craft.
It's worth mentioning, I have no investment on Tomes and Grims on this map, or for what I'm doing, because I'm doing solo Slayer stuff, alright? I'm sure there's someone out there who can, like, true solo Slayer Cataclysm or something, but that's not me.
See that down there? Looks like
And even if I could, I don't think I would.
potion. Don't waste it.
Kruberbot doing something. No horde in a hot second, which is surprising.
You reckon you got your doorway with that?
There's the horde.
Can't get up.
I do believe you're getting better at this, dwarf.
Aye, well, it's
Another strength pot that is a sight to behold.
shake off that keg of ale you downed last night. I shouldn't wonder.
There's a windy boy somewhere. Warp fire thrower.
Warp fire.
I'm actually just gonna press on. The warp fire thrower has to come to us.
I'm not bested by warped contraptions.
The Wind Witch exists and will act as a point of paranoia to me until it dies. No one's taken any big damage, so no one's healed.
I carry for you, Gordon. God,
There's a windy one. Health potion. Krellian is instantly healing. Good, great, excellent. There is a bomb.
I can kill that sorcerer before he drains us in filth.
The reason I leapt down is because there can be a monster down here, and I wanted to be absolutely ready for it. It is not, in fact, down here, though. Lamp oil exists. It acts as like a gas can in Left 4 Dead 2. Chaos War, you say?
about to perish.
Alright, we need to deal with the hook rat. Now, full disclosure, there's a tome right around here. I use the less than official method to get it because I refuse to do jumping. Deal with the horde, wait for gas to clear out.
I'm ready for you.
I'm sure you are, Krellian. I will say, I don't know if it's still true, but back whenever I did the bulk of my playing, it was the general consensus that it was better to shove than it is to actually block an attack. There's a hook rat, but it will be fine. Alright, so the quick way to do to get the tome is if you jump right, then left, you can get right up here, no problem.
We've got that poison rat.
Why do you not perish?
The blight storm is finished.
Crook! The gas rat!
Alright, do that, then you jump over here,
It means to kill us as it dies.
and the tome is right there, no real problem. And then you can simply jump to here. Normally you have to jump across all those ice flows, come around, it's a real pain in the ass.
Ammunition!
And we don't do that here.
Liar!
There's a monster, but there's also a lot of mooks around here. Please drop the elf. Good enough. It's a shame that I had to burn 2 potions for that, but the AI struggles heavily whenever it comes to the spawns of chaos. I'd say don't ask me why, but I know exactly why. They will consistently try to block the grab it does. It registers the grab I think, similarly to the slam. Not the slam, the slap.
The sorcerer commands the vortex. Kill him!
Right. Similar to its big slap, where you can block it, and it will just do heavy knockback. And the AI isn't so good at dodging. They're good at blocking, bad at dodging.
Here. Chaos warriors. Healing draft. Over here.
Sneak past in the shadows.
Bring swarm fire to the battle. See, an assassin longs to feel my axe. Leech squat.
Remember to aim a little high and go for those headshots. Center mass is nice and all, but
In through the gate, Tory. No time to waste. Pressing on done for. I still need your strong right arm. Go back.
Work fire.
Water runner. One less nice assassin to worry about. I killed the hook rat.
God! It
Please,
hurts.
Corellian, I beg you. You have a shield for a reason.
Steel gas rat. Shame that Alicia couldn't pinpoint this gatekeeper scruff. Suppose she ogled Kruger's morning routine instead.
Ah, indeed, Barden, indeed.
It's not bug buns, I'll tell you that.
Corellian wanted to heal, but Kruger needed it more.
All together, Dory! The Wassack doesn't stand a chance against any of us! So let's pay the pace and do it quick! You think pain will stop me?
Here comes the transformation. He's just a spawn of chaos.
Spawn's dead. Better not think any more about that. Carry on. Someone get the key staff. It's a damn Kazaki job, that's what it is. Not a pretty job. One Kazaki dome fewer.
You can very cleanly and efficiently take care of Chaos Warriors. It is not at all bad. He's just staring at me with a medkit in hand, just like, hello, dwarf. Do you require aid? Another Chaos Warrior.
Oh, not so far.
Want my axe back. Up the rock.
Firing connection. You.
I heard you teleport, fatty.
That's the Zilla.
There he goes.
My bow reaches where your hit cannot, Strangler.
Hook rat's down along the left. There he is. Now there is a slight risk that there is a monster here because the boss doesn't count as a monster, according to the game's internal logic. So you can get a monster before the boss, deal with the boss, and then immediately get another monster. It can be a little rough. Get my stacks of Trophy Hunter up. All 4 of them. There's the gas rat.
Unleash magic and globe at the air.
Eyes that believe in the dark. Assassin!
That poison's meant to kill us, Bardin.
Alright, I'm actually going to show off where the 3rd and final tome of the level is, because I can. There can also be health back here, which there is. That pulled a lot of enemies. I'm not worried about it, though. 3rd and final tome of the Skittergate. We aren't taking it, however, because the AI is already struggling enough, and I don't want to put it on him. 2 Wind Witches. You'll note that they had the 2 distinct spawn sounds, and I appreciate that when the game actually does it. Assassin. He's going for the high jump, and I appreciate that about him. Teleported right over there. There he is. There he isn't. Can restock my bot's ammo. That is a patrol. That is a Chaos Patrol. What do you know? Now, we are playing on Legendary difficulty, so the Chaos Patrol is a little dangerous with its 6 Chaos Warriors. So we're just going to let it go on its way. There's more healing there. One of the AI... No, the AIs are actually good now. Kruger, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. I want a sip. Big ol' sip.
Someone kill that fucking strangler. We got the strangler.
The shove attack is a way to consistently kill the hook rats, so if you're ever dealing with stuff and you see a hook rat, you can do a shove attack real quick to get some space. Get that back. Light Fleech, goodbye. He didn't die. Now he's dead. Blighty Blight got dealt with by Kruger. Horde is dealt with. There can be a monster here, so let's be prepared for that. Strength bot, replace that with Kruger's. Potion of Concentrations aren't super utility this time around. Again, the Slayer has a very short cooldown on his career skill.
Test your hook against my axe, would ya?
There is healing and stuff around, but the bots are in good condition, and I'm in good condition. Now, it's worth mentioning that the final boss, that Rasknik and Death Rattler, are where the entire thing can fall apart. Right then, right there, that... The final boss is where it can all come to pieces. Alright, we take this down. Very, very good. And we go. Now, I'm not running any of the talents that give increased move speed, and if I did, it would actually be a lot easier to do this. You might wonder, what do I mean by it would be easier? I could get through this much, much faster, and the faster you do this, the less likely you or your allies are to take damage. We use a cheeky jump here. You can jump up there and then through the skitter gate. However, since I've taken a hit, I'm going to walk up this way. There's ammo for the AI and health potion. Healing supplies for me.
I smell some ammunition. Into the gate. What could go wrong? It's
Move
only
quickly.
Skaven made and overheating.
It's only Skaven made and overheating. Boy, howdy, I feel that in my bones. On the second pass through, you don't need to turn around. Nothing can spawn in here that time, because you've already been in this area.
It's definitely Helmgart, and I'm definitely in one piece.
Can my screen brightness come back? I'd like to not fight Rasknit in the dark. There we go. Flashbang's wearing off. There's old Ratty Rat. We place down the barrel tactically in the same spot every single time. And this is going to hurt the AI just a tiny bit. He is essentially just a beefed up Storm Fiend. However, he does have a lot more of a threat at mid to long range. Also notice that he has quite a lot of health. He also charges quite aggressively. You can bait him into the walls and stuff, and he will always go into them. It's actually right where I need him to be. Oh no. Turn. There's a lucky healing draft there. I'm actually going to pick that up now because there's no reason not to. Note, he did shoot behind himself. He can do that. It is one of the many things I hate about him.
Tend your wounds, One Eye. Perhaps another one will be One Eye.
Good, he's down.
Fury, as a rule of thumb, when rapidly pick him hard in the donkeys.
Shield Rat, be ready.
If you have ranged weapons, you can hit Rachnik to knock him out of his magic. Unfortunately, I have axes that have a very long reload animation. Go ahead and grab Kruber, who can provide me some free temp health. I'm tagging him because that forces him to take 20% more damage.
Let's make them quick, One Eye.
You see the AI are effectively wasting all the healing by actually healing themselves and each other.
These vermin come with shields, Mayflies.
No. I saw the elf and I mistook it for a storm vermin. There he is. He's getting very close to death. Well done, elf. And he's currently in the process of his death throes. He's rapidly teleporting because his warp stone-addled body can no longer handle the abuse. And there we are. We are done. That is Skittergate with Slayer. On Legend difficulty. I didn't grab all the tomes and grims, but these things happen.
Ah, we'll slay them all.
Quaff the healing potion, because why not? I didn't use my potions effectively, but... Now it's a fairly clean run-through of all the bosses. Teleport the AI. Good, great, excellent. Go ahead and just huck this because I can.
The next one will be better. Yes, nothing much worse. Oi! Oh, delightful detonations.
Yes. Skittergate explodes.
And the death
No harm. No harm, no foul. Good, great, excellent.
I have need of you yet.
Kruber's been healed by Saltspire because there's nothing going on and it's considered a safe time to heal. Fun fact, I noticed recently that Stormvermin can spawn up here, but the way they spawn is they'll spawn on the ground here. Because the ground I just walked on is always there. The cliff falls down and it just passes through the map. It's weird, I've explained that poorly. These things happen. A lovely 8 loot die. And yeah, that's Slayer doing Slayer things, I suppose. That went much, much better than I expected. I expected to at least mess up on one of the maps, but no, I managed to get through. We are good. Go ahead. Crafting illusions. So I now have a skin for the throwing axe, a better one. You know, I kind of like the other one more. I'm gonna say this now. I kind of wish that the red skin was the previous skin, but with the bluish cyan highlight around the gem. You know? This is fine, but I kind of liked how you could inspect the throwing axes with the other one and see through it. Well. Right, sorry, my mind wandered off on me there. Alright, well, that was Slayer. And, as I have no one to play with currently, and I set out on my... And I completed my mission statement of doing some of the Ocraries challenges. I think this is where we're going to call it for the day. By the by, you can see from here that I don't exactly play Slayer on Champion or Legendary very much. I don't actually play on Champion or Legendary very much. The advent of me and Ford coming back for Legend Geheimnisnacht and just muscling our way through that has allowed me to feel a lot more comfortable with Legend. And that's been a thing. What will I do tomorrow? Or perhaps I'll have another stream later today. Well, Kruber's got all of his skins to unlock. Barden, I just finished unlocking his skins, and I can't do any of the Outcast Engineer stuff, which is a pity. Corellian, I think I still need to do her axe stuff, so maybe I'll do her next. Please don't take that out of context. But yes, I need to do Corellian with axe. This one is going to be difficult alone because getting kills with the spear and shield means playing as Handmaiden, and she doesn't do the greatest amount of damage. So dealing with bosses is going to be interesting. Saltspire, Axe and Falchion and Bardiche, or no, Billhook. Yes. Yes. Hail Scourge. I've done Hail Scourge twice. I'm surprised. Like, yeah. And then Sienna's got her Crowbill and Flail. Can you tell I don't play Sienna much? Boy howdy. I just don't enjoy playing Sienna. She just doesn't feel good to play. Wasn't there a... Yeah, there's Killer Rat Ogre Mid-Leap. Haven't done that yet. Have Ungar archers score the killing blow on a Minotaur. Iconic presence, keep a Wargore and its banner alive for 120 consecutive seconds. I want to do this at some point, but I feel like it's a pain in the butt. Mostly because it's just like, okay, time to just sit around for 2 minutes. Deeds exist because they exist. Weaves. I've never done a weave, and I don't really want to. Alright, a bit of a shorter stream today. I might stream again in a little bit once I take care of some stuff and I get together a crew. But for now, that was Barden's legendary Slayer journey, going through all the bosses of Vermintide. All the bosses, asterisk. I didn't kill the Nurgloth because fuck Nurgloth. I do not want to deal with him. But yeah, that was that. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by. Remind you to leave a follow. There's a Discord down below or in the About section if you're on mobile. There's a YouTube where this VOD will be uploaded. And, yeah. Remember to follow me on Twitter for, I don't know, spicy stuff. I mean from you. You can send me spicy memes or really about anything. I'm not that picky. I think Spud should be streaming right about now, so I can toss you guys over to him. Or if Lord is still streaming, I can send you over to him as reprisal for his recent raid. Who in the world are you? Hold on a moment.
And then I don't really know where to find wood. I think in the mines there was wood, but I don't, I just don't remember.
I don't know when I muted my mic, but hopefully it wasn't all stream. If it was, oh well. Yeah, go give Spud some love. He needs it. Oh yes, me and my one viewer. Love to see it. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Or soon, TM. It depends.